If you watched a K-drama before, you have probably seen the beach episode. You know which one I'm talking about. The one where the main couple goes to the seaside, where they play in water in slow motion, and then sit on the sand and have a heartfelt conversation. This scene is always written and shot the exact same way. It is one of the most overused K-drama cliches, along with the childhood connection trope and the drunk piggyback ride. I swear every K-drama has that scene. Go on, name a Korean drama where the protagonists don't go to the beach. Oh, I know! While You Were Sleeping. Wait, no, that's not true. While You Were Sleeping also has a beach episode. Oh my god, it's everywhere! Why is it so ubiquitous in Korean TV shows? Is there a secret pact among the screenwriters? Is this a conspiracy? At first glance, the beach episode might seem like filler, like an attempt to have enough footage to pad out 16 episodes. But I think it goes much deeper than that. In this video essay, I want to try and understand what's up with the K-drama beach episode. So let's breathe in the fresh ocean air and feel the sand between our toes as we explore this trope. But don't relax too soon, because the beach episode is more sinister than you remember. If you also watch anime, you are probably familiar with its version of the beach episode, which could not be more different from its K-drama counterpart in the aesthetic and the narrative function. This type of episode is usually set in summer on a crowded beach. The first thing that you will notice is how the characters are dressed. The anime beach episode is a chance to show all of the main characters in bikinis. It is the perfect opportunity for fan service, with the whole cast showcasing their bodies in silly provocative scenes. The main appeal of the anime beach episode is that you get to see all of your favorite characters undressed, and you don't have to think about the plot, because they're not doing anything relevant to the main story. The K-drama beach episode is typically the polar opposite of that. The main couple goes to an empty beach alone, and the most they ever take off are shoes and socks to dip their toes into the water. Remarkably often, the K-drama beach episode is set and filmed in winter. Not only are the main leads not in skimpy bikinis, but they are also typically dressed in warm winter coats. You will not find any fan service here. That's what the shower scene is for. Characters in the K-drama beach episode are not sexualized at all. On the contrary, they usually get to finally have a deep conversation about their personal struggles, or get some uninterrupted one-on-one bonding time. The anime beach episode often exists outside of the plot and serves as a little getaway from the main storyline. You can skip it without missing anything, and it usually has no impact on the main story. The K-drama beach episode, on the other hand, is usually just one scene and not a whole separate episode, and serves an important purpose in the overall narrative structure of the TV show. The beach represents a liminal space, both visually and metaphorically. It is a pivotal point in the characters' relationship. The seaside scene is much more than just a cute montage of the main couple playing around in the sand. This is where the characters have an intimate conversation in which they get to be candid with each other and take their relationship to the next step. It can be anything: opening up about traumatic past, the first kiss, a long-awaited love confession, a breakup scene, or even a death. The beach episode is where the relationship goes through a transition. It is a temporary escape from reality and a catalyst for change. An empty beach is an almost surreal and otherworldly backdrop that looks nothing like all the other scenes in a K-drama that is typically set in the city, among other people and trivial everyday objects and places. The scenery change itself indicates that something important is happening in the character arc. The beach serves as a visual manifestation of these narrative shifts. It is not a coincidence that even in K-dramas that are set in a seaside town, the most meaningful scenes still take place at the beach. In the overall narrative structure of a K-drama, the beach episode also very often plays the role of the calm before the storm. The main characters go to the beach to get away from their problems and can finally let go and relax. This scene serves as a breather between two major conflicts and plot twists in the story. The placement of the beach episode within the series is strategic. It is used as a way to balance intense plot developments with lighter, more serene moments. The beautiful scenery provides the viewers and the protagonists with a deceptive feeling of safety, like nothing bad could happen in such an idyllic place. In a lot of K-dramas, a major plot twist happens while the main couple visits the seaside. The protagonists often come back from the beach only to find out that a friend or a family member ended up in the hospital, got kidnapped, or died while they were having a good time. The fact that both the protagonists and the audience didn't see it coming makes the plot twist more impactful and emotional. If you encounter a beach episode next time you watch a K-drama, brace yourself, because your favorite character might die or get seriously injured. When I started working on a video essay about the beach episode, it was meant to be a joke about how common and overused this trope is. It seemed so silly to me that almost every K-drama has the exact same scene at the beach. It's just the protagonist frolicking in the water. But the more I think about it, the more important and symbolic does the beach episode become. This is actually a really smart way to make the plot move along at a natural pace. No wonder so many K-dramas use it as a storytelling device. Another reason a smart screenwriter would include a beach scene is an opportunity for organic product placement, with the beach itself becoming the product. Oftentimes, the local tourism boards would pay for a vacation spot to appear in a K-drama. The hope is that a scene will become so iconic that tourists will come to visit the filming location of their favorite K-drama. This happened with a beach that was featured in the 2016 K-drama Goblin. It is still a popular fan pilgrimage site to this day. The beach episode offers a unique form of fan engagement, an opportunity to blend reality and fiction. The intersection between the entertainment industry and the tourist economy creates a symbiotic relationship. On one hand, K-dramas benefit from the funding, allowing them to produce higher budget series and feature unique filming locations. On the other hand, the tourism industry reaps the rewards as fans flock to these real-life destinations. The economic impact of K-drama tourism cannot be underestimated. A good beach episode has the power to transform previously lesser-known areas into thriving tourist hotspots. As K-dramas become more and more popular internationally, a strategically placed beach episode can become a catalyst for a small town to transform into a world-famous vacation spot. Turns out the beach setting goes far beyond storytelling. Additionally, the prevalence of the beach episode can also be attributed to audience expectations and genre conventions. Over time, viewers have come to anticipate and appreciate this particular episode as a quintessential part of the K-drama experience. It has become a narrative device that both satisfies the viewer expectations and reinforces the unique identity of K-dramas as a storytelling medium. There's something so comforting about seeing familiar tropes. If you didn't film the beach episode, did you even make a K-drama?